Welcome to What's Cooking in the Library. Today we are going to make pizza. We have this new pizza maker that we're going to use. This pizza maker will be put in a kit that you can check out and use at home. So we're going to be using that today. We're going to start out by making our dough we start with 1 cup of warm water. And we're going to add a tablespoon of yeast. We're going to let that dissolve. After that's dissolved, we're going to add a teaspoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oil, we're going to add 2½ cups of flour, okay, there's 2½ cups of flour, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. Going to mix that all together and stir it until it's mixed. Then we're going to do like 20 times until it's all formed into a ball. Okay, it's kind of formed into a ball now. We're going to let that rest for just like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Just let that sit there and rest. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of flour on a mat here, just because you don't have to have a mat, but it makes it easier to move it with it. This dough actually will make 2 pizzas, so I just like squeeze half of it. I'm gonna go ahead and use this little roller, which is going to be in the kit. You want it to be about no bigger than 12 inches in diameter, so it'll fit in there. So we're just going to do it into a round here that's about 12 inches. You want to preheat this. I already plugged this in, so it's preheated. When the green light is on, it's ready to put it in. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. The green light is on. Turn it so you can see. It's just like a pan in here. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in here. I'm going to close it, and we're going to pre-cook that. We're going to cook that for 5 minutes. So you don't actually have to have this pizza maker to make this pizza. I've made this pizza many times just in the oven. If you're not going to use the pizza maker, you would just go ahead and take a pan. I just use, I have a pizza pan that I use, but you can use a stone. You can use just a regular baking sheet. You're just going to spray some grease on it. You'll pat the entire amount of dough into your pan. If it's like mine's a big one, and so if you have a small one, you would divide it up probably in half again, depending on the size. But you just pat it all down until it covers that. Looks like this is ready, so we'll go into, and then you'll just bake it in the oven, and I'll tell you how to do that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. It's cooked for 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and I just use a spatula, and you can see it's already browning on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but we're just going to take that out. We want to close this because we want to keep it hot. We want to keep it preheated. For this one, I am just using some pizza sauce on it, some red pizza sauce. I'm also going to make a second one that uses Alfredo. So So whatever your favorite sauce is, you can use all kinds of sauces. Whatever your favorite sauce is, just put it on there. So you're gonna put down the sauce first. Then put down some cheese. Just to cover it. Then we're going to put down pepperoni. Again, you can use any meat you want on this. If you want sausage, if you want Canadian bacon, and just whatever meat you want. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Okay. Now, anything you want to add on top of that, I like olives, so I'm going to add just a few olives on my pizza. You can add mushrooms, you can add, I mean, whatever you want. If you're doing Canadian bacon, do, pineapple, spinach, I mean, whatever you like on your pizzas. Okay. Then we're just going to put it back in and cook it for an additional 5 to 10 minutes. So if you are just baking this in the oven, you would go ahead and do the same thing. You would put the dough in the oven at 425 degrees. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, 400 at a preheated 425 degree oven. And you would pre-cook it for 5 minutes. You would take it out and you would put your toppings on it and then put it back in the oven, bake it for about 20 minutes or so. So that's how you would do it in a regular oven. So we're just still waiting for this 5 minutes to bake. So it'll be ready shortly. Okay. So I ended up doing, this is probably 6 or 7 minutes, probably about 7 minutes. But it's all ready. You just want to cook it until the crust is done. You can see the crust on the bottom is nice and brown, and the cheese is all melted and it's all bubbly. That's when it's done. I'm going to go ahead and close this because I have a second one I'm going to make. Just going to set this to the side over here. And now I'm going to make a second one. Go ahead and pull this out now. Slide it out onto this baking mat that I have on the counter. Be sure and close the lid to keep it hot. This one I'm doing an Alfredo bacon chicken one. So I'm just pouring some Alfredo sauce on here. There again, any sauce that you like. Barbecue sauce, like barbecue with chicken is really good. Okay, then I'm going to just use mozzarella cheese on this one. You can use whatever cheese you want. I'm going to top with some chicken. This is just canned chicken. You can use rotisserie chicken, just any chicken that's cooked. Actually, the rotisserie chicken is really good. This is just something I had, so I'm using this. I'm going to sprinkle some bacon over. I really like the bacon with the chicken. That's a little too much right there. Okay. Sprinkle a little more cheese over the top now. Again, I'm going to add a little bit of olives just because I like olives on mine. Add any toppings you want. I also really like spinach on this, but I don't have spinach today, so that's also really good on this pizza. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slide this back in now. And this takes about 10 minutes on this one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this out. It's only been about 9 minutes, but it definitely looks like it's done. So, onto this pan, and there we go. There's our second pizza done.